If it's silent in dismay, it won't break this feeling down. If I conquer this my way, I'd devour, I'd surround. If it hurts you just a little, then it heals you when it's done. Disappointment is the anger, resolution is the sun. If it's silent in dismay, it won't break this feeling down. If I conquer this my way, I'd devour, I'd surround. If it hurts you just a little, then it heals you when it's done. Disappointment is the anger, resolution is the sun.
Is the transmitter. You might think it's too random. But still live and picking 300,000 volts. Extremely low frequency. One specific frequency. Don't you try this yourself. It's extremely low.
Want to fly everywhere. Lions roaring in the morning sun, searching for a longer day. People feeling like the light has just come. We must never stop the way, yeah. Birds jumping and I hear my name, grasping into a life. Life is happy but it's so contained. We must merely make a start. Savannah, I'm coming home. Savannah, we'll never be alone. Savannah, the beauty of the world. Savannah, let's all take a walk. Savannah, light is gonna come. The birds have just begun. We will always take a stand for the people, for the land. Let's go back to when we were young. For the animals we stand. Let's go back to when trees were swung. Kids across the land. Savannah, I'm coming home. Savannah, we'll never be alone. Savannah, the beauty of the world. Savannah, let's all take a walk. Savannah, I'm coming home. Savannah, we'll never be alone. Savannah, the beauty of the world. Savannah, let's all take a walk.
I know, maybe we should start this pretty soon, huh? Are we all awake? That's the real question. Are we all awake? Probably not. Long day for a lot of people here. Let's get this started, ladies and gentlemen. Where's my theme music at? There it goes. What up, Thomas Wong?
Distance nerding.
That's enough of my head. What's nerding my distances? Hope everybody's having an amazing time. Because I'm not quite awake myself, but I am at the same time. I don't know how this works. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy, Young Phil, back in the building. Distance nerding. Welcome to the live stream here. Lego. Let me change this banner because we are listening to music, but it's the Adam West edition this week, ladies and gentlemen. So, got to bring on all of my peeps, the peeps that are on the stream with me here today. So, how do I introduce this first person? I don't know. She is the heart, the soul, the one who keeps me on my toes. Ladies and gentlemen, it's your favorite resurrection bird. It's your girl, Phoenix.
Hey,
What up, Phoenix?
how you doing?
I'm good. Hey, Thomas Wong, I appreciate it, man. I'll follow up with this here in a second. Let me introduce the other person. Now, ladies and gentlemen, he's here to take names and chew bubblegum, and I'm pretty sure he forgot to bring the bubblegum. It's the one. It's the great. It's the blind one. Squints! What up, Squints?
Uh-oh, can't hear you.
Uh-oh. Squints, I hear nothing. I think you're muted, brother.
While he's fixing that, we'll follow up on the congratulations.
I appreciate it.
We're going to have a Mrs. Distance Nerding soon.
I mean, she already was Mrs. Distance, right? I've been referring to her as my wife for a while now. Now we're just making it official. It's really what it is.
He's like, yeah.
For those of you who are not in the know, which I know the majority of people here are, we made our engagement official. Myself and Jackie.
Congratulations,
Miss Jacqueline. And we will be getting married at some point. But yeah. That is true. If anything, she's gonna hurt me, and we all know this.
Yeah.
Physically.
If you go missing, we'll know what happened. So.
right? Yeah.
If you've met me and Jackie together, you know that Jackie will physically hurt me. So there's that. Right. Anyways, appreciate that. Now, guys, of course, as always, I'm flanked by my boy Emmett here. Emmett's ready to party. I don't know about you guys, but Emmett is always ready to party. And our unofficial sponsor, because they aren't sponsoring us, but hey, Mr. Johnson, Mr. Dwayne Johnson, I would love it if you sponsored our show. I'm going to fill Emmett's head with all of this non-sugary goodness.
I love how you say non-sugary. And you were just talking about being tired too, which I think it's the weather.
It might be that. I say non-sugary because it actually doesn't have any sugar in it. It actually says it right there.
Nice.
Wow.
Right. And it tastes amazing for something that has no sugar in it.
Isn't it an energy drink? Then how do you do
It
energy
is.
without sugar?
Lots of vitamins.
Yeah.
Mm,
Lots of
okay.
vitamins. Ginseng, guarana, all that fun
all kinds of stuff
stuff
in
you
it.
can't say.
You can go back to on the podcast. We actually did an episode where we reviewed all of the flavors. And this has, what is it? It's camu, acerola, ascorbic acid, vitamin D, vitamin C, vitamin B6, B12, choline, potassium, magnesium. It's got about 250 milligrams of branch chain amino acids, a whole bunch of caffeine, green tea extract, green coffee, plus vitamins B1 and B2. It's just a whole bunch of just like vitamins and additives. It's what, if you listen to what Dwayne Johnson talking about it, he specifically talks about the whole idea was making an energy drink that wasn't like pure sugar and that crashed.
Right.
So it's a pretty cool concept.
Only you would find something that should be bad for you and is now good for you.
That's made by Dwayne Johnson, right?
That's made by Dwayne Johnson.
Made by The Rock. Now, guys, our main build this week is the Adam West Batman Cowl. But I never actually finished the Mickey and Minnie, and really I just got to make the camera and the guitar and all that stuff. So I'm going to build that real quick here. And then I'm going to do the Adam West Cowl, and we will go on from here.
I was going to say, because the Adam West Cowl, you'd finish in like 20 minutes.
Exactly. So this gives me a little extra time. Now, on top of that, ladies and gentlemen, our bracket this week is best 90s wrestlers. And the 90s, as far as wrestling goes, was like the big boom. So, you know, there's a lot of we tried to pick people that, again, transcend the genre. It's not just, you know, you have to watch wrestling to know who the wrestlers are. These are people who are like, you know, for the most part, the majority of them, you would know them outside of wrestling.
I think we talked about that too, because you were like, yeah, the Crow, and I was like, oh, you know, like you've seen their faces.
Yeah. When I was talking about Sting, you know, she was just like, I don't know who that is, and I had her look up a picture of Sting, and she was like, oh, I know who that is. It's like, yeah, he after the Crow came out, he modeled himself after the Crow.
Yeah.
So he is on the bracket here, guys. Specifically Sting, who is an amazing wrestler. If you don't know who he is, he actually still wrestles.
Does he?
Yeah, he's in AEW now.
Okay.
He's got to be like really.
He was still wrestling.
I was gonna say he's got to be like really old.
He's pretty old. I mean, he's a WWE Hall of Famer.
Is he like? Did he come out around the same time as Ric Flair?
Yeah, but he had a different character when he came out in the 80s. He looked more like if you compare his look to anything, he looked a lot more like Ultimate Warrior.
Okay, yeah. Because I thought I remember him from like the 80s too.
Yeah, because in the 80s, like he had the face paint like Ultimate Warrior, and he kind of like resembled Ultimate Warrior a lot.
Right.
But then in the 90s, he rebranded himself.
Well, shall we begin on the bracket, or do we want to give everybody a few more minutes to join?
Let's see how many people trickle in here in a moment. Now also, yes, Thomas Wong, 90s wrestlers, I did say. Gino Goldberg is in this, so stay tuned. Throwing that out there. Now, remember, guys, I have a couple of prizes to give away here. For anybody who's new in the stream, if you didn't notice it earlier when I said it, when I typed it in, if you're new to the stream, let us know. I've got a prize for people who aren't first timers on the stream. And then at 7:00, we are going to be spinning the wheel to give away another kit. So stay tuned. Tell all your friends. Get everybody in here because let's win some prizes. I like giving stuff away because remember, I'm here to buy your affection. My whole thing is I want to buy your affection. So come in and let me buy your love. That joke is not going to be old. I love it.
What's new with you, Squints?
Oh, let's see. Started a new job, so I'm working for a screen print company now.
Ooh.
So hopefully soon more distance nerding merch coming.
Yeah.
Soon.
And I am personally super excited. Not only because you got a new job, but because I mean, that's a nice partnership that we can start building with your business.
Right.
Actually, the distance learning shirts that we had are one of my favorites, but I'm sure you can improve upon them even more.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we do a lot of huge companies. Most of the major colleges.
Mhm.
We do a lot of their screen printing and stuff like that. So it was funny. My goddaughter goes to Grand Canyon University, and I just pulled a sheet for their school this last week, and I was like, "Oh, and she works in the bookstore."
Nice.
So I was like, "I'm probably going to print the shirts that are in your bookstore."
I really love my shirt, but it's getting to be wintertime. Maybe it's time for distance learning sweatshirts.
Hoodies.
Yeah.
Hoodies.
Have you guys seen my custom hoodie?
No, I have not.
Yes. Yeah. Long time ago.
I had a custom hoodie made, and the idea was because I wanted to have hoodies made like in general,
Mm-hmm.
but it never went through.
Oh, we'll make that happen.
Yeah.
It's time.
And
Thomas Wong wants to see them.
I
Oh, you want to see the hoodie? All right, hold on.
we do the pom pom beanies,
Ooh.
and I was like, I want to do one of those for distance nerding.
Ooh.
Do the yellow pom pom,
Mm-hmm.
and then do like the blue or the
Purple.
dark blue
Yeah.
and purple. Yeah.
It's gonna be kind of hard to show considering I have Lego on the table right now, but on the back of the sweater, it's got our logo. I can't get it on the screen. Dang it! Hold on.
So it looks like the old shirt.
You know what? Hold on. Point it at me.
There we go.
There we go. All right. So that's on the back right there.
Right.
Nice.
On the sleeve, and I mean partially because I was in the military, so I mean on the sleeve I put the subdued flag.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And then my name on the front.
Nice.
And the idea was when we do live shows, a lot of times you'll have people who are there because they're at that bar or something like that. And the idea was, for people who don't know who I am, it's a Zippo pity. For people who don't know who I am, then, they'll say, oh, that's young Phil. For people who have never seen me, things like that.
Right. Good identifier.
Yeah. I figured, big distance nerding sweater with my name on it. People will be like, oh, that's young Phil. All right. Now I can put a face to the voice.
Mm-hmm.
And doesn't James have one?
James has a pullover sweater. So he ended up at the same company. He ended up doing a pullover sweater instead of the hoodie. I'm a big hoodie wearer. I wear hoodie. I like wearing hoodies. So that's why I had the hoodie made.
Oh, I'm a huge hoodie fan.
Yeah.
Especially when I lived in Oregon. Like, Oregonians are big on sweatshirts. If you ever go to anywhere near Portland, Oregon, Oregonians are big on sweatshirts and shorts and flip-flops. And it could be snowing.
Yep.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
In Colorado, same way.
Yeah. Do I need your permission to get a hoodie made? I mean, if you want to advertise
Thomas, we're working on that.
Yeah, I mean, dude, if you wanted to go and make your own hoodie and just advertise, I'm all for it.
Yeah.
I do not mind you making your own, but I mean, of course we're planning on making them too, so
any money we don't have to pour into our own advertising, better.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I definitely want to, get some money back, but I mean, again, I'm not against you making your own merch.
Free advertising.
Exactly.
Right.
Anytime if you make your own merch for distance nerding, all I
send
ask
us photos.
is that you post it. Exactly. Just post a photo because I just want to see you in it.
How about umbrellas and soup mugs? Oh, soup mug. Yeah, we need soup mugs.
Sure. I'm open to any suggestion.
Right.
I love soup mugs.
Yeah, I'm open to any and all ideas that people throw out there. You know, baby onesies.
No, we have
Like I
to.
said, we made a cannon. You know, you just have to go to distancenerding.com. You'll find it there.
Measuring tapes. What?
Yeah, measuring tape sounds great.
As if there's not enough measuring and disinserting. Anyway, let's see. Anything else, Squints, that's new with you?
No, just kind of settling into the new job. So,
What about you, Fel?
Aside from officially being,
Yeah, that whole thing. Yeah.
you know, yeah,
that little thing that happened. I don't know.
Yeah.
No big deal.
you know, just aside from, you know, officially making it official. Because this plan has been in the works for months. It just took this long for me to tell her parents.
You're like, what was it? Like, I'm scared.
And it wasn't that I was afraid to tell her parents. It's kind of like, how do I say this without looking dumb? You know, like, let me ask for your blessing, but not look like an idiot at the same time.
Aw.
Even though, like, asking for the blessing is almost moot because we were already planning on getting married either way.
Yeah.
Right.
That's a funny thing that's so old-fashioned about it. Because I know Gino asked my dad's permission when he went to go marry me, but we were already engaged.
Exactly.
It's like, this is kind of moot. Yeah.
Yeah, it was like we were already engaged, but we're still asking for permission. What's funny is I didn't even get a chance to ask for permission. They knew what we were saying by the time we got to say it.
Mm-hmm.
And they were already like giving her hugs and congratulating her before I even had a chance to officially ask.
Oh, and Phoenix, it's not moot. It's moo.
It's moo. Okay.
It's a moo point.
It's a moo point.
It's a moo point.
Does that have to do with cows? If I give you a moo point, do I need to be drinking milk at the same time? What if I'm lactose intolerant?
These are all valid points.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Can you not give a moo point if you're lactose intolerant? Is that a thing? Is that how that works? Oh, Julie.
Yeah, I just brought that up. That's so sweet.
Yeah.
Oops. And when a gentleman asks for the parents' blessing, it's never done, is what my mom says. It's a gentleman thing.
Yeah.
Does that say women fit dad hats?
Yeah, I couldn't decipher that one. Is she talking about the trucker hats, the dad hats?
I mean, we do trucker hats. That's actually what we have in
Yeah.
store right now. The plan that we have for hats is usually trucker hats, just because you can buy one and it'll fit anybody. So
Yeah.
you don't have to worry about doing fitted hats and like keeping certain sizes.
Ooh, I need to get a hat.
Although we do flex fits, so
That's true.
Oh, the adjustable ones?
no, they're it's like one size, and it like it's like elastic inside of it.
Oh, okay.
So they used to do them a lot with skateboard hats.
Yeah.
Mhm. I really like the ones that have the hole in the back, because when I have my ponytail, like I'm trying to pull my hair out of my face,
Mhm.
I like to put my ponytail through those. Especially since sometimes I just pull my hair through it. Like I don't even have a elastic.
Yeah, I try to put my ponytail through the back of a hat too. You know, it's just
I think it's been a long time since you've had a ponytail, so.
I think.
Uh-oh. We're losing him.
Oh no!
No, we were going so good.
Yes!
Phil, we might have to try your other idea.
I think he was already trying his other idea.
I guess the next thing is suing AT&T.
Well, yeah, that too.
I myself was screaming at them this morning. So,
Like, can you fix my interwebs? I host a web show. I'm sorry, not AT&T, Comcast.
oh, Comcast. Yeah, no,
No.
I have AT&T. Ugh, no better.
AT&T does not have service in my area. Well, they do, but it's only 50 megabits per second,
Mm.
Okay.
and I need gigabit. And
Oh,
Comcast is the only company that gives gigabit in the area.
Really?
we
Oh
ended
no!
up with
If you go 2 blocks in any other direction around my home,
Mhm.
it's there's fiber available. It's
Everybody.
just not in my neighborhood.
Yeah.
Oh, that's wrong. Especially when you go 2 blocks in any direction from your home, there's sort of like fields, mostly.
Yeah, that's true.
That's what's weird about our area. Like there is dense housing, and then like empty.
Yeah.
And it's like crappy internet. Yay!
Well, that's like for me. I mean, I've got Aurora, and then next stop Kansas.
Yeah.
Yeah, I worked out there for like 2 weeks, and I remember because I was in Aurora.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, thank you.
And all I knew Aurora from was
Oh, don't tell me. It's
Dumb and
what-
Dumber.
don't tell me it's what I think it is.
Dumb and Dumber.
Oh, well, there's that too. Yeah.
I was gonna say that too. That's the first time I ever heard about Aurora. So, yeah.
And then of course Aspen. You know.
Well, I was gonna say the other thing,
The
What's
other
the
thing,
other-
the sad thing.
the sad thing. Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
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 Yeah. I actually had friends that were
Not
at the
bring.
theater.
Oh my god.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Sorry, man.
So yeah, it was crazy. They called me that night and were like, "Dude, we just like,
Just absolutely terrible, man.
That was what 2012, 2013.
mhm.
Okay.
I think so. Yeah, somewhere around there."
That was a crazy time.
Yeah.
There was a string of just craziness.
hmm
Yeah, I was in one of those things 2012 Christmas time. Yeah. Yeah. It was at a mall. And it was just sort of like, why? Why, guys?
Right.
Whew.
But
This-
getting back off
Pressed
the,
really
off the
quickly.
heavy part.
Sorry. That's what most people know Aurora for, though.
Yeah. Well, there's not really much out there. Like, it's a really pretty, and it's
Yeah.
pretty because there's not much out there. It's very untouched. It's lots of virgin land, but there's nothing out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was out there in November of 2019.
Okay.
Okay.
So it was like the worst snowstorm that area of Colorado had seen in like 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
Great.
Oh no, we had one last year that was worse.
Oh yay.
I got stuck at my job for 3 days.
Wow.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's
I will.
food, right?
I will never forget my first snowstorm. I was like in my first year of college or university. I was getting my bachelor's degree.
Mhm.
And we were taking a midterm. And I remember them saying, some guy burst in the door and he said, "Everybody out now. The city's about to shut down because there's a storm coming." And I lived like a block and a half from my school.
Right.
But
Flowers.
by the time,
Nice.
that's cute. By the time I walked home, like everything was completely white.
Yeah.
And then we were stuck indoors for like 7 days. I was not ready for that. That was
Yeah,
in Portland,
spent
Oregon.
16 hours shoveling snow by myself.
Ooh.
Good time.
Yeah, yeah,
Ooh.
yeah.
I always say if you're gonna live somewhere that snows, make sure you can like walk to the nearest whatever you need to go to.
Hmm.
Because we had a Safeway like right next door to the house.
Yeah, that's all. That's always good.
Yeah.
Or be fully stocked when,
Hmm.
like,
When the
before
storm
the snowstorm hits,
Yeah.
because everywhere runs out of everything.
Yeah.
Because
People panic buy. Yeah. Yeah. I didn't know that. I think after that, I would just have like a whole pantry full of soups.
Yeah. Well, it's funny. People were like, with the whole toilet paper thing, like when the pandemic started.
Hmm.
Like, I'm like, that happens every snowstorm in Colorado. Like, this is nothing new to me.
And a Berkey. Oh yeah, a Berkey, a water Berkey.
Anyways, let's let's start getting into this bracket.
Okay. So let me see. Some of these are really small and I have to like click on them. Okay. So we'll get into it. Let me see. When you live where it snows, have powdered milk and proteins and Berkey. Yeah, a Berkey water filter. That is a really good one, by the way. Having water filtration.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can get dehydrated really fast being stuck.
For sure.
That's another one I didn't know, that your pipes can freeze.
Oh yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so we go Brett the Hitman. I can't finish that one.
Heart.
Brett the Hitman Hart.
Hurt. And Sting.
All right, so we're doing Brett the Hitman Hart versus Sting. She doesn't know who to pick because she doesn't know who they are. I love Sting. Sting is a great personality, great wrestler and whatnot, but I ultimately go Brett the Hitman Hart. Brett the Hitman Hart was the I don't know, I would say he's the original face. He was the dude who, like every kid looked up to in the
Yeah.
90s.
That is not true, Gino. I do know some wrestlers. I was just telling him how when I was a little kid, I had I used to steal my uncle's wrestling dolls because they had like this plastic wrestling ring, and I used to take Hulk Hogan and Macho Man. They were two dolls.
Yeah, and she would ship them together.
And I would put like toilet paper on their heads and get them married to each other. I mean, it seemed like a cute couple.
Yeah. No, they were.
Yeah.
See, yeah, I know Under the Giant, Hulk and Macho.
He was like, see, when you get married to me, it's macho madness.
They had to get married in the ring too. I would steal the whole thing from my uncles.
Oh, dude, Thomas, was he not a cool guy?
I met not the guy you think he. What does that mean, Thomas?
I hope that doesn't mean that he was a jerk.
You know, it's funny when you meet a celebrity, and I won't tell that story. But it's funny when you meet a celebrity and they're like, no, he's kind of a D. Yeah.
That saddens me.
Yeah.
Just because I looked up to Bret Hart a lot as a kid, so it's like that saddens me that he.
Well, what's that saying? Never meet your heroes.
Yeah, I know, right?
Let's see. We have 2 in the chat for Brett and 1 for Sting. Oh, 2 for Sting. So 2 for Sting, 2 for Brett.
Like I said, I say Bret Hart. I mean, it's as sad as it is to hear he was a jerk. The character that he played was very much someone I looked up to. So
Great wrestler, but the fame went to his head. Yeah, I mean,
maybe he
It's
got
gonna-
after he got cancer.
and I do have to say, because like I said, I won't tell the story, but I recently, oh yeah, I do. I know Patricia Summerland, who is absolutely a blast to talk to.
She was actually at the Denver horror convention that I was at too.
Oh, was she?
Yeah.
She's hilarious.
Yeah.
And I mean, she's got so many stories because she's been in Playboy. She's, all sorts of wrestling. And oh my gosh. It's like, can I grow up to be you?
Right.
I guess Brett then. What's your vote?
I'd say Sting.
Oh, so it's tied. Okay. I guess I'm gonna go Sting.
Oh,
'Cause I know
I'm
Sting.
hearing nothing from Phil.
I said Bret Hart.
No.
Yeah,
Just in retort.
Oh,
I'm the tiebreaker here.
I'm not super upset because I like Sting too.
Yeah.
Sting is like a pretty badass wrestler. So I mean,
Yeah.
and he's a good wrestler at that. I would prefer Bret the Hitman Hart, but this is one of those things where I'm not upset either way. I'd prefer Bret Hart, but I'm not going to be like upset if Bret Hart wins.
Yeah, it's kind of one of those. It's both
Yeah.
good.
Right.
In fact, the original draft of this, I tried to put 2 very big people together at the same time. He was like,
Oh
"You
yeah,
can't
she
do that."
did. She tried to put the 2 biggest stars of the 90s together in the first round. And it's like, no, that's not how this works.
Hogan and Macho Man.
No, bigger than them. Remember, this is the 90s.
Okay, 90s. Okay. I'm trying to think. What would have been? Stone Cold and trying to think of who else.
Also, so this is a storybook here.
Oh, that's
Nice.
cute.
I didn't realize that was in it.
Who would I try to put together, Phil?
She tried to put The Rock and Stone Cold Steve Austin together.
Okay. Oh yeah. Yeah. That would have been yeah.
Not
That would
arguing
have caused wars.
2 biggest wrestlers. If you would have eliminated them, and it was in the very first bracket. So it's like if you would have eliminated Stone Cold or The Rock in the very first bracket, you would have had riots. Like, yeah, no, you don't put them together in the first round.
Oh, Gino,
I
I've
mean-
actually met him.
The Undertaker?
He's actually a really cool guy.
Yeah, it's funny because I was going to say, you meet celebrities, and I mean, a lot of people are, they're jerks, and sometimes like, oh, they're awesome. I think it sometimes even just matters like they're the day, right?
Today, oh yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
I mean, they're human beings, so
Yeah.
they just be having a crappy day.
I don't know why I just drank from that. Let's see. I have water like right here, and I like went and drank from a soda that I had earlier today. 'Cause it's just the day is just long. Let's see. We have next Stone Cold Steve Austin and Edge.
Stone Cold.
Yeah, I love Adam Copeland, and I mean he's doing a pretty badass comeback right now. But Stone Cold Steve Austin is easily top 3 all-time wrestlers for me.
I'm probably gonna end up voting on this bracket of wrestlers I've actually heard of. I'm probably gonna go Stone Cold. What about you, Squint?
Stone Cold.
Stone Cold takes it.
Question is, like, did anybody vote for Adam Copeland? That's the question.
No.
Yeah. Sucks that he had to go up against Stone Cold Steve Austin, but I mean, like, you know, I think anybody else, if he would have went up against, I think Adam Copeland could have easily won.
Yeah, for sure.
Next, we have The Undertaker and Kevin Nash.
So I go Taker. I love Kevin Nash. I think Kevin Nash is one of the all-time greats, but Undertaker,
Yeah,
easily
same.
for me.
Yeah. I had this one boy that kind of reminds me of in 5th grade that just constantly talked about The Undertaker.
Well, the Undertaker, I mean, like he has one of the most lasting legacies in wrestling history.
Mm-hmm.
You know, again, he's one of those guys that transcends wrestling. Like you mention the Undertaker, and most people know who he is.
Kevin Nash when he's sober.
Kevin Nash when he's sober. Kevin Nash, and I was throwing this out there, but like, you know, a lot of people like at first are gonna be like, oh, I don't know who Kevin Nash is by name. If you've seen Magic Mike, you know who Kevin Nash
You know
is.
who-
If
yeah.
you've seen
What?
The Longest Yard, you know who Kevin Nash is.
Wait. Who is he in Magic Mike?
He's the older
Yeah.
dude,
Yeah.
Oh.
the really like big tall guy. So, you know, remember how he had, like, I'm forgetting his name, the character's name, but like, remember he was like the older dude. He was super tattooed. He was super-
Oh. Okay.
If you've seen The Longest Yard, the new longest, the updated Longest Yard, he's the dude that they put, they replaced his steroids with estrogen.
Okay.
It's called teamwork. Try it sometime. And they said, like, it's really funny.
Yeah.
It's funny because I just watched Magic Mike too. Let me see. It's looking like the Undertaker's going to take it.
Yeah.
Now, guys, keep in mind, I ended up taking Scott Hall off of this, but only because you'll see why when we get down the bracket. And it's I felt that Kevin Nash was bigger than Scott Hall.
Yeah.
I think more people know who Kevin Nash is versus how many people would actually know who Scott Hall
True.
is.
Yeah.
Next one we have is Shawn Michaels versus China. I did say that right, didn't I? I
Mhm.
swear I said that right.
Yeah.
In fact, there was a show, something Love China. I think it's Ice-T Love China or something.
Well, China, she had a problem with not being recognized for like for any of her femininity at all, because a lot of people just kind of, you know, they kind of over masculinized her. And I mean, she was a bodybuilder, so I mean, she was very masculine for a while, but she felt that, you know, like she became her character too much, and that's why she started like over feminizing herself.
Aw. One for Shawn Michaels. Come on, chat.
Only one for Shawn Michaels?
So far, yeah.
Like,
Come on.
nobody said anything. They're like, we're not voting.
We don't want to vote for this. China or the Heartbreak Kid.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Thomas Wong. That was MTV, right? I think it was China and Ice-T or something.
Gino, I'm just going to throw that up for you right there.
You know the black and white we've been talking about for life, but Wolfpack.
Unos pacos locos forever. This was also a hard one. I didn't end up putting Eddie Guerrero on the list as much as I wanted to. Rest in peace, Eddie Guerrero, by the way. Like, you know, just because he's not on the list on this one. Rest in peace to one of the greatest Mexican ever lived.
So 2 for Shawn Michaels and 2 for China so far. I mean, I think I might go China.
I'm probably going to go Shawn Michaels just because as much of a douche as he was, he had a very lasting career and impression on wrestling.
Rey Mysterio Jr. on this list?
Rey Mysterio isn't on this list either. Again, I had reasons. You'll see why as we go in.
I'm gonna go.
Rey Mysterio Jr. was on my short list though, so when I was like going through wrestlers, Rey Mysterio was on my list of guys that I was considering for the list.
I'm going Shawn Michaels.
Oh.
Because he's just a sexy boy.
Is he?
And he's not your boy toy.
True.
Oh, wow.
Shawn Michaels, the king of air.
Yeah.
Right, Raw is in Sacramento right now. That's probably why James is just now getting on, because he's probably sitting there watching Raw right now.
Yeah.
Raw in Sacramento as we speak, he says.
Yeah. So I'm saying that's why he's just getting on now, because he's watching Raw. I'd rather watch Monday Night Raw than his own show.
Why don't you love us, James?
Exactly. See? You made her cry.
We have a tie again, China and Brett Michaels. Shawn
DDP
Michaels.
is also not on the list. I'm sorry, man. Again, I had a short list of people that Vader's not on this list either. LOD's not on this list. And by the names that you're hearing, these are people that I was considering on the list. Bam Bam Bigelow is another guy that didn't end up making the list.
We need one more vote. Unless, Phil, you want to break the tie.
I said Shawn Michaels.
I'll give it one more minute.
I said it was the sexy boy. So,
I mean,
not
he's
your boy.
kind of cute.
Oh,
Also one of the
It's,
originators of G-Generation X, another team that transcends wrestling.
James, it's Shawn Michaels in China.
Even if you didn't know who Shawn Michaels was, you know D-Generation X, because I'm pretty sure every kid in elementary school is running around yelling "suck it" and crossing their crotch.
Is that where that came from?
Yeah.
Mhm.
For the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world.
All
Ladies
right.
and gentlemen, let's get ready to suck it!
All right. We have. Ooh, I know who I'm voting here. Because I mean, it's his drink on your table. It's Dwayne The Rock Johnson or Booker T.
I love Booker T, but Dwayne Johnson is one of my all-time favorite wrestlers.
You just want him to sponsor us. That's all.
No, even if it wasn't just the sponsoring, I was always a fan of The Rock. I can tell you all the weird things about his career where he started. He started out as Rocky Maivia, which is a combination of his dad Rocky Johnson and his grandfather Peter Maivia, the High Chief. That's where the name The Rock comes from. When he joined the Nation of Domination, that's where he kind of shortened it down to The Rock, and he started getting that persona that everybody's familiar with. Oh no, I am a stan fan of The Rock. It's not just because I want him to sponsor the show.
It's looking like Rock is going to sweep that one. I mean, Rock, come on.
Well, even if you place his career outside of what he's done with wrestling,
yeah,
I mean, he's had one of the best careers outside of wrestling as well.
Bring up Flex Cabana. Oh my god! Hey, James is a real wrestling fan.
Yes, that's true.
Actually, he can do that. I think he can. He can do the same thing that I can do, where you raise one eyebrow and raise the other eyebrow. Yeah.
The people's eyebrow.
Yeah.
That's what he called it.
Yep.
I have to think about it when I do it, so I wonder if he. See.
I'm pretty sure it's at this point it's second nature for him.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. I want to see that, Jackie.
I know, Jackie. We need to bring Jackie on now and do it. She's on the spot.
She's been kind of having a bad day. I doubt she's going to come on.
No. Is that Jackie's mom?
Yes.
I was going to say you should tell her your mom put you on the spot.
She's not home yet, but
oh,
she was telling me earlier she's kind of having a bad day.
Well, another day. I'm sure there'll be more wrestling brackets where we can get Jackie to come on and do a Rock impression.
Are you looking at The Rock's strudel? That's the pickle strudel.
He's such a good actor too.
Yeah.
But a lot of that comes from, wrestling is acting. So, I mean, like a lot of times that's where it came from.
Do you like pie?
Do you like pie?
I still think my favorite Rock wrestling scene was with him and Ronda Rousey.
Oh yeah. When he pulled her out of the crowd.
Yeah.
That was here in Santa Clara.
Yeah.
One of my favorite Rock moments of all time is so there's a promo that he does because he was going up against the monsters, which were Kane, Undertaker, and the Big Show.
Yeah.
And he's just clowning on them the whole time. It's just so bad what he's doing. He's just like, like he talks about how, because at the time Kane was using a voice box to talk. So he goes, Kane, you come out here with your voice box. I am a Rudy Poo.
Yeah.
And then he starts talking about Big Show. Goes, and Big Show, you big dumb idiot.
No way. He's in Free Guy. I have to see that movie.
Yeah. He is in Free Guy.
The Rock was in Free Guy?
Mm-hmm.
I saw Free Guy. I don't remember him being in that.
Yeah, he's because he did a promo spot for it.
He was a bank robber, is what it's credited as.
Oh, God, I don't remember that. Damn it.
Sometimes movies don't include the faces of actors, too. Star Wars is really guilty for that.
What was your name? It doesn't matter what your name is.
And I mean, and he can sing too. I mean,
Yes.
You're welcome. I love that song.
Yeah, but he was singing way before that. He sang a song to Eddie Guerrero's wife one time, just talking about how annoying she is. It was great.
Well, I think Rock took it. Let's see. We have Yokozuna and Hollywood Hogan.
Yokozuna, arguably one of the greatest wrestlers to ever exist in the sport. Yokozuna is the cousin of The Rock, if you didn't know that.
Did not know that.
Oh, wow.
We said Yokozuna versus Hollywood Hogan. So I specifically chose Hollywood Hogan because there is Hulk Hogan, but I think Hollywood Hogan had more presence in the 90s when he was with NWO, when he went heel, because that's the whole thing is he was a face his entire career until WCW he decided to go heel, and I personally liked his heel character better because he was arrogant, he was a dick. I love that about him. Yokozuna, again, arguably one of the best heels to play the game.
I was literally just Googling, like, is Hulk Hogan and Hollywood Hogan the same thing?
Yeah, same person.
Same person.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just a heel character.
Yeah, it was his heel character.
Hogan.
That's Hollywood. Hollywood Hogan is when he had the black beard and wore like the black lightning
Do-rag,
stuff.
yeah.
And the do-rag. That's right.
Yeah.
Part of the Samoan dynasty. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, like specifically Yokozuna was like the Samoan dynasty wouldn't exist if it wasn't for him. He's the one that basically got his entire family into the current storylines with Roman Reigns. Because again, a lot of people don't realize this, but like the current Roman Reigns story is like he's the head of the table. He's like the head of the family. The original head of the table was Yokozuna.
There is also, I remember somebody saying something about how Yokozuna actually influenced what Maui looked like in the film that The Rock did.
I can see that because that's Maui looked how Yokozuna looked in real life.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Which, what a sweet, thing for your cousin.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, he died. Wow, 20 years ago. Over 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Heavy drinker. He didn't eat well.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. We have 2, 3 for Yoko. We have 1, 2, 3 for Hogan. 5. Oh, 5 for Hogan.
Yeah.
Really, I'm surprised so many people are going with Hulk Hogan.
What's your vote, Phil?
As a better wrestler and as a better character, again, I loved Hollywood Hogan. Hollywood Hogan was such a good character, but ultimately, Yokozuna was one of the longest reigning world heavyweight champions. His character was so good, and nobody moved the way that Yokozuna moved in the ring. For as big as he was,
Yeah,
that dude he was so athletic for being as big as he is. I'm gonna give it to Yokozuna. Obviously, my vote is Yokozuna.
So we're tied up at the moment. Squints?
I'm gonna go Yokozuna.
Oh, okay. Ooh.
Surprising. Does that mean that Yokozuna is going to move on?
I say because if I vote, I'll tie it up again.
Oh, because you're gonna go Hollywood Hogan.
Yeah. You know what? Maybe I'll go with Yoko.
And and I'm talking about what Thomas said because he said Yokozuna, Umaga, The Rock, Roman Reigns, the Usos, they're all related. Rikishi too, because Rikishi is Umaga's brother, and was he Yokozuna's nephew?
I think
so. The Usos are his son, or his sons. His other son is running through NXT right now.
Okay.
So he's got his youngest son is about to start wrestling in the WWE pretty soon.
Oh wow! You got my bad for leaving him out. So next we go on to Mick Foley and Ric Flair.
So Mick Foley, for those who aren't huge wrestling fans, you may recognize him as Mankind. That he wore the face mask that looked like it was from Silence of the Lambs.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so he was Mankind. He was also Cactus Jack, and he was also Dude Love. Dude Love, like he literally looks like a hippie.
And that was his last.
That was his last character that he created.
Yeah.
Actually, Dude Love technically was his first character.
Well, yes.
Yeah, he talks about how that was like the last one he debuted when he was famous, but that was his character when he was in the Indies. Before Cactus Jack, because Cactus Jack was the one that made him famous.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Mankind was more so because he did crazy shit as Mankind. Like he literally jumped off of a steel cage and knocked a tooth out of his mouth and all that kind of stuff. He did crazy stuff as Mankind.
Yeah.
Squints, you want to count those up?
Sure. We got 3 for, or no.
It's kind of cool. It's a tripod for the camera.
Oh, nice.
And
Isn't? Oh, it's cute. Isn't Ric Flair in like a meme? He's frequently a meme.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Ric Flair is definitely a meme.
Okay. Who's winning?
So 3 for Cactus Jack. 2 for Flair.
Oh hell yeah, Thomas! Bang bang.
Bang bang.
You should do finger guns. Bang bang.
Yeah. Who's your vote, Phil?
Oh, Mick Foley for sure, 100% Mick Foley. No compromise. It's Mick Foley for me. I love Ric Flair. Again, Ric Flair was is a legend. No matter
icon, yeah.
No matter who you go on, like who you talk to or anything. But Mick Foley revolutionized wrestling. Like he changed the entire game.
Yeah.
I 100% am a giant fan of Mick Foley.
Mick Foley. I think I'm gonna go Mick Foley.
Okay. So he's taking it then.
What do you used to call him? Mrs. Foley's baby boy.
What?
A lot of times they would say that when they introduced him, be like, "It's Mrs. Foley's baby boy."
Okay. Next we go HHH and Bill Goldberg.
Say that name again.
HHH.
One more time.
Triple H.
Triple H. I'm learning.
Yeah.
I should have just put Hunter Hearst Helmsley. Because that would have been funny. You should be like Hunter Hearst Helmsley.
Yes, that would have been funny.
If you guys haven't figured it out, like he's writing some of these for me.
So we're saying Hunter Hearst Helmsley versus who was it he was against?
Bill Goldberg.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Goldberg. I can't stand Triple H.
Wrestling would not be what it is without Triple H, the man.
I get that. I just
The man founded D-Generation X. I'm a big fan of Triple H. I like Triple H.
He looks so familiar.
Have you seen Blade Trinity?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Hey, asshole. You seen my dog? Have you tried the lobby? Or what was the other thing he says? He goes, we call him Pac-Man. He goes, well, clearly he has a bigger dick than you. When the fuck did you see my dick, fuckface? He goes, I was talking to her. Ryan Reynolds is, again, the best character in existence.
yes. Yep.
That was a Ryan Reynolds character.
Oh, I love Ryan Reynolds.
I was talking to her.
Gino has informed me. I've been trying to get him to like talk about, just jokingly hall passes for a long time. And he goes, fine, Ryan Reynolds.
Oh, Ryan Reynolds is my hall pass. That is my all-time hall pass there.
Oh yeah. Gino wants you also to know that it's almost 7:00.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so I guess what is it? Goldberg
yeah.
looks like yeah.
Wow, Bill Goldberg is beating out Triple H.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. I did not expect that. 100% did not expect that Bill Goldberg was going to beat Triple H.
I will do my best until I get put under.
Well, I guess we'll do the giveaway and then get back to the rest of the bracket.
Yeah. Let me just make sure I've got every piece here because I'm missing a couple just so I can start Batman here. I'm surprised. This whole thing took a lot longer than I was expecting.
You know what's hilarious and I'm realizing right now during the show is what is going on in my headphones? Like I'm realizing that I'm gonna like be wearing summer shirts on the show soon because like when I shut up like this area, it's getting warm and there's the heat on because it's cold outside. I'm like, I'm gonna have to switch out my wardrobe. Like during the winter time, like during the show, you saw me like wearing kind of sweaters because I was like under air conditioning to keep the computer cool. Now I'm gonna swap it up. I'm gonna be like wearing Hawaiian shirts and.
Hell yeah!
Nice.
All right, so I'm gonna move this back. So guys, just so you see everything that I built here, there's a camera. All right, got a nice little viewfinder and a tripod and everything. A nice little book here.
Oh, it's cute.
Flowers for Minnie to hold.
Nice.
And then a guitar for Mickey.
Oh.
So I'm going to move this out of the way here.
Wait, they're both built, aren't they?
Yeah,
they're
just
built
didn't have time to build the...
Because I didn't have time to build
accessories
this last week. Obviously, because it took an hour to build all this stuff. I'm surprised how long this took. We're probably going to have to do half of Adam West this week and half next week, which works out for me because I needed an extra week of filler anyway, so it works out perfect for me. But ladies and gentlemen, it is time to give away a prize. So what I need, as I'm pulling everything up right here, I need everybody who wants a prize to just say here. That's all I need you to do is just say that you're here. Let us know that you want a prize. And right now we're going to pick out what prize that we're going to give out. All right, so let's pull up the handy dandy wheel of prizeology here. Right there. And video file. Oops, sorry, wrong thing. Didn't want that.
Oh my goodness. Hi to my brother-in-law, Rob Perone, who's brand new to the show tonight.
Rob Perone, I'm going to put you in the spin for this, but you automatically get a prize.
Oh, cool.
Because he's new. So he automatically gets a prize. Rob, you are getting a McLaren. It was my last McLaren. I wanted to give it to somebody new. So that's it right there. Rob, you're getting a McLaren for free. So after the show here, I'll get it from Phoenix if anything, but I need your address so I can ship that out. Now let's go ahead.
Hi, Rob. Thanks for coming to the show.
I know, right? That's like the greatest thing ever, right? It's like, oh, I just came on the show randomly and I won a prize just because I showed up.
Yeah. Hey.
I spelled Mandalorian wrong.
Yes.
Let's fix that. There we go. All right. So I'm going to spin. This spin right here is for what prize I'm giving away. So let's figure this out here. All right, for the Viking ship. So it is a Viking ship prize right here. Let me take this off the screen so we can see. Right there, ladies and gentlemen.
Nice.
It is a Viking ship. All right, so you know when those rides when you go to the amusement parks and stuff like that, they have the ship that flips and all that kind of stuff. This is what we're giving away, 152 piece. So that being said, one more time, I'm going to give everybody a last chance here to say here, and then Phoenix is going to need you to tally up so I know who I'm putting in here.
All right, let me start reading names off.
Please.
Okay, we go Thomas Wong.
Of course.
Tyler Yancey. I
What are
swear
the
to
chances
God.
that wins the whole thing, like always?
I swear to God. Rob Perone.
Hold on. Tyler Yancey. Rob Perone.
Bridget Patera.
Bridget. I'm actually just going to go into first names because I'm pretty sure nobody has the same name here.
We'll go Gino, Gino.
Gino.
Michael.
Michael.
Julie.
Lee.
And then I think we just have repeats of what I just named off.
Okay.
And then, yeah.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 names here. Just make sure we're not missing anybody. You guys want in on this?
Sure.
All right.
Sure.
Just make it less likely that you know who's going to win.
We have learned that RNG loves Thomas at this point. So once again, ladies and gentlemen, I have no choice on this. There is nothing that says I like this person. I want them to win.
Right.
Yeah, sure.
For some reason, every time it's either Thomas, and Diana's not here right now, or Diana. They always win. I don't know why. The system loves them so much.
He says, watch, I won't.
Oh, Aaron's here?
Aaron, as in my future sister-in-law, Aaron. Yeah.
Meeker. Yeah.
Yeah. Does Aaron want Legos? I guess the real question is, yeah. I mean, Aaron, if you're here, go ahead and
Say
let me
here.
know if you want to win the prize here, or I guess speak through Julie and say you want the prize. Speak now or forever hold
I was
your
gonna say,
Forever hold
ah, heck with it.
peace.
Just put her on. Give
Just
it
put
to
her
your.
on.
Yeah,
Less chance for Thomas to win.
yeah.
Thomas, really, we don't have it out for you.
We don't. I have to make the joke just because you have won like 1,000 times. So
What's the wheel of lunch?
does it say wheel of lunch there somewhere?
I have no idea. Oh, wheel of lunch is like, yeah.
It says it right there. I don't know. We'll find out after I spin. So let's go ahead and spin for a winner here. Is it on the screen? Yes, it is on the screen. All right.
Yep.
I'm gonna full screen this real quick here. Tyler Yancey.
It was so close.
I know.
Thomas almost won it again.
Wow.
Rob's like, he spelled my name wrong, but yeah,
Oh, I'm sorry, Rob. I probably spelled your last name wrong too. I 1,000,000% apologize. I wasn't looking at the screen. I probably should have. That is 100% my fault. It's true. You didn't win the Mickey and Minnie, but it's because the person who won the Mickey and Minnie is the other person that wins every prize.
congrats, Tyler.
Yeah, congrats.
Oh, hold on 1 second here. We might have a guest.
Oh,
Yeah. I just have to get him a link real quick, but
what?
yeah, give me 1 second, guys. Sorry. It's actually a really good friend of mine that is at Raw right now, but is saying that he might want to drop in and jump in on this wrestling bracket.
He's at Raw.
Yeah.
What
He's-
is that like? Are they like cons or
Yeah,
okay?
kind of, almost. There we go. All right. I just sent him a link. He might pop in here. That'd be kind of cool if he did. But yeah, guys, Tyler wins. Tyler, I will be walking the prize out to you after the show here because he is my neighbor. We usually share a beer after the show, so it's gonna be great. Beer, and he gets a free Lego kit from me, even though he's technically the one that gave me all these cars.
That's awesome, by the way. The fact that
Yeah.
Rob won because it is almost his birthday. Happy birthday, bro!
Yeah, Rob. Definitely gonna be sending you out that car here. Let's see what the wheel is. Oh no, it wants me to download malware. I'm not clicking on that. No, go away. Go away. No. No. Gino, I clicked on it for you. I almost got a virus. Thank you very much. You almost gave coronavirus to my computer.
The Trojan
All right.
horse.
So let's get rid of this. I've got 2 prizes here. Tune in next week. You get a chance to win another prize. Wheel of Future. Yeah. And now I build Batman. Let's go. Oh, this is great. It's only 3 bags.
Oh, your friend's not coming. Bell.
Oh, I don't know. If he drops in.
Okay.
Because he's at the show right now. But I mean, let's get into this Batman. Yeah.
I want to be invited to the after party.
Well, you
What
have to
after party?
Sacramento.
Well, yeah.
It's true. Fueled by Broken Skull IPA. That's usually what we drink is Stone Cold Steve
Nice.
Austin's beer. All right.
Let's see, hosted distance learning. Oh, Tyler Yancey hosted this. Yeah, I don't even get invited. So can you do your show? Yeah. We need a recap for Rob. So I'll do a recap to ward off James. The Hitman
Recap of the recap of the recap.
recap of the recap to
You do a recap of the recap while you're recapping the recap, so we can recap while we recap.
recap.
Yeah. Okay, I think we've said it 50 times that we need to.
Again, we're warding off evil spirits, and by evil spirits, I mean James.
I love how my family's all like saying hello to each other. Chat. Okay, so Hitman in Sting 1, Stone Cold Steve Austin and Edge, Stone Cold 1, Undertaker and Kevin Nash, Undertaker 1, Shawn Michaels and Chyna, Shawn Michaels 1, The Rock and Booker T, Rock 1, Yokozuna and Hollywood Hogan, Yokozuna 1, Mick Foley and Ric Flair,
Mickey.
Mickey and Minnie, Mick Foley and Ric Flair, Mick 1, Triple H and Bill Goldberg 1. So we are taking off with Sting and Stone Cold.
Sting versus Stone Cold Steve Austin. I lean the Texas Rattlesnake, Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Steve Austin. What? Oh yeah, Stone Cold.
Because he is the Texas Rattlesnake.
I don't know. Kind of like Sting.
Do you say Sting
Mm-hmm.
over Steve Austin?
I mean, all right, fine. Convince me, Phil. Come on, convince me.
Convince you?
Convince me.
Steve Austin. What convincing do you? It's Steve freaking Austin. He's not even arguably, he is, besides him and The Rock, are like the biggest wrestlers to ever do it.
All right, fine. Steve, I'll take Stone Cold.
Yeah. Austin 316 says, "I just whooped your ass." What? Oh man, he used to troll people so hard. He's like, he would sit there and like Michael Cole would try and do an interview with him, and he'd just sit there and go, "What? What?" Or the fact that he would just, tank beers at the end of every match.
What, like down them?
Yeah, he would just like chug beers, like just pop open 2 beers and chug them down his face.
I hope it was good beer.
Usually it was like Miller Lite.
Yeah, I was gonna say usually
Or like Budweiser.
Yeah,
Because they used to call them Steve Weisers. That's how big your brand is when they stop calling them Budweisers and they start calling them Steve Weisers because you drink so many damn beers.
Yep, Stone Cold takes it.
Stone Cold. Yeah.
Stone Cold better take it. That would have been a
Padme moment.
Padme level disappointment. And there's nothing against Sting. I love Sting. Sting was a great wrestler. Sting was 90% of the reason that I watched WCW at all. Was to see Sting appear because Sting was so cool, right? But the thing is that Stone Cold Steve Austin is like the man.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. By the way, I think this is a good time because Distance Learning literally just posted it. What's going on Wednesdays, Phil?
So we normally record on Wednesdays, right? Normally we do our shows on Wednesdays. Ladies and gentlemen, this Wednesday, we're trying for the first time, kind of doing an experimental episode, but essentially we're going to do the news. So if you listen to the podcast, we report on the weekly news in like nerd alia. I'm going to call us like the nerd world, right? And what we're going to do is, this week, we're going to do the news live. So please tune in. The idea is that we want on audience participation. We want kind of everybody to kind of weigh in on how they feel about the news stories. And if it works out, we'll do it every week.
Next, we have Undertaker and Shawn Michaels.
This is a repeat of WrestleMania. Which WrestleMania was that, James?
That was
James. Which WrestleMania was it? It wasn't WrestleMania 20.
was 22.
Because Shawn Michaels and The Undertaker was one of the biggest matches of all time.
Hold on, I'll find out.
Shawn Michaels.
26.
It was 26.
26, yeah.
Yeah. Shawn Michaels was also the one responsible for the Montreal screw job. If you've ever heard of that, that is where Bret Hart got screwed out of the title before he went to WCW by Shawn Michaels.
Mm-hmm.
Why so many people hate Shawn Michaels. And that wasn't kayfabe either. That was something that actually happened. It was like an actual screw job.
Looks
It's-
like
Famously, Bret Hart went back into the backstage and he punched Vince McMahon in the mouth.
what do you do?
He's Vince McMahon.
Okay. Looks like Undertaker takes it.
Yeah. Kind
So
of.
you guys are gonna love this one. It's cousin versus cousin, The Rock and Yokozuna.
Ooh. Ooh. The Rock versus Yokozuna. Ooh.
We should be careful about our placement from now on.
Yeah.
No, I'm fine with this. This is just that's. I lean The Rock. You know,
Rock.
just because again, The Rock is he transcends wrestling.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
The Rock is definitely one of the greatest wrestlers of all time. I mean, he was a worker too, so it's kind of like he wasn't just some dude that just went in the ring and just kind of sucked his way through. Like he was actually a hard worker and he was a really good character. Because the Rock and Stone Cold Steve Austin, those two dudes, they changed the industry because it was always you're either heel or face, right?
Mhm.
And The Rock and Stone Cold Steve Austin they weren't heels or faces. Like The Rock originally was a heel, but he was at a point where he would still be a heel, but people loved him. That's why he was the people's champion.
Who's Phil talking about? Is what podcast wants to know.
I am talking about The Rock. So I lean The Rock on this. I love Yokozuna, but I lean The Rock.
Yeah.
Yeah. Rock.
Next we have Mick Foley and Goldberg.
Ooh, Mick Foley and Bill Goldberg. Battle of the Greats. I think ultimately I'd go Mick Foley. I love Bill Goldberg. I like Bill Goldberg back in the day. Bill Goldberg now is kind of meh. But I think Mick Foley is one of those guys that just he put everything out there, and he's a Hall of Famer, but he's easily considered along up there with The Rock and with Stone Cold as one of the greatest wrestlers to ever do the game.
I love looking at when some of these guys are in the movies and stuff.
Did you look up Mick Foley?
Mm-hmm.
See, what's funny about Mick Foley is he started going by Mick Foley towards the end of his career, like just going by his name. But he started like consistently showing up in like sweats and a like dirty t-shirt. So
Is that a character or?
no, he just kind of started coming as himself. Just have like an unkempt, dirty beard, long hair, and coming in sweats. He talks about it in an interview where he just talks about like, you know, he just towards the end of his career, he was just like, I'm gonna come in comfortable because I've been destroying my body for the last 20 years.
Yeah.
He got the wrestler version of senioritis. Mick Foley is a real nice guy for a crazy MFer. Yeah, I mean,
yeah, if you ever meet Mick Foley, he's probably one of the nicest dudes in existence. He has an obsession with Christmas. So he'll go and do appearances as like Santa Claus and stuff.
oh,
I always thought it was funny that it was like, you know, Mick Foley's not the greatest looking dude. He was an amazing wrestler, but like, you know, he was kind of like a quirky, weird guy, and he ended up marrying a supermodel.
oh wow.
Yeah.
And his daughter is ridiculously hot. Anybody in the world will tell you that Noli Foley is hot.
All right, now I'm Googling. It's looking like Foley's going to take it anyway.
Yeah. It's
All right, so our next matchup is Stone Cold and Undertaker.
Stone Cold and the Undertaker. I don't know where I lean on this one.
yeah, I don't either.
Oh wow, she is pretty.
Yeah. You know what's funny is her fiance is a literal clown.
Is he?
Yeah. And her dad, because they had a reality show on the WWE network, her dad hated him.
Oh, he's really short too.
Oh, her fiance?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like Mick hated him because I guess him and his wife both felt like he was not consistent enough as a clown, and was just like, you know, how are you going to provide for my daughter?
Mm-hmm.
And ultimately, like, you know, like love wins all. So kind of like, you know, like fought for their relationship and ended up winning that fight.
So he professionally clowns.
Yeah, he's a professional clown.
Okay. Oh wow, the chat split.
Yeah.
With Stone Cold and the Taker? Oh my god.
Yeah.
What's your vote, Phil?
Steve Austin. I mean, it's a hard vote either way because I almost don't want to vote against the Undertaker because the Undertaker is also a ridiculously amazing wrestler.
Mm-hmm.
But again, I feel like I gravitated more with Stone Cold Steve Austin.
What about you, Squint?
I'm making it tied again.
So far we have 1, 2, 3 Undertaker, and 1, 2, 3 for Stone Cold, with Phil's vote included.
No, I'm Undertaker.
You're Undertaker?
Yeah.
Ah, my vote ties it up. All right. I'm gonna go Stone Cold.
What?
Yeah.
No, that's just one of his lines.
So.
Yes.
Oh, there we go. Oh no!
Uh-oh.
Undertaker takes it by 1.
Really?
Oh, wait, nope. James just tied it up again.
What?
What?
Give me a hell yeah! We need a tiebreaker.
Yeah, we need one more.
Yeah.
I love how close this is. Again, I don't care where it goes either way at this point. I'm happy with either of them. I mean, I
Still
do.
tied.
I would rather Stone Cold Steve Austin move on, but I mean, if the Undertaker moves on, I'm not going to be upset.
No, we're not RNGing it.
No, we're not going to RNG it.
My sister-in-law just voted, says Undertaker. Okay.
Wow.
Hey, Rob, get Tammy to actually come on here and vote.
Exactly. More numbers, the better.
Oh, Julie. Okay.
Remember, guys, I'm not afraid to buy your affection. I'm here to buy your love.
And then Julie comes and ties it up again.
Did she say Stone Cold?
Yep.
Yes.
Wow.
Oh no.
I thank everybody for making this more difficult. This is great.
Between my sister-in-law and your future mother-in-law. Just like James says, another false finish, just like a wrestling match.
He's not wrong.
Tyler Yancey says, my dad said Stone Cold. Does that count?
Yes, James. Jim watches it with him.
Okay. Stone Cold. That was difficult.
Yeah.
No one else vote.
And somebody else comes in and votes and messes it all up.
Good luck with that. She says she's watching football. Oh, Tammy, I'm wounded. My mom says Undertaker. No. My wife's the chat's killing me.
This is really becoming the most difficult one that we've done.
Yeah.
But I mean, with reason, because these are two of the biggest superstars in wrestling history.
He keeps flying back up. Oh no. Oh jeez. Yeah, she just tied it up. Thank you. I'm completely done with this one. Let's see.
Is Jackie on yet? She
Yeah,
needs
where's
to make
Jackie?
Final call.
Again, she is, but I'm not gonna
Okay.
bother her with this.
We have a serious dilemma. Does one of James's kids want to vote?
Oh no, James, ask Jenny.
Gino. They both move on.
No. Tell Jenny she's our only hope.
Tell her she is literally our Princess Leia. Right?
No, she's our Obi-Wan Kenobi is what she is.
True.
Help me, Jenny One Kenobi. You're my only hope.
James is actually asking our wrestling group right now.
Oh boy. Yeah, this one's hard.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised at it though.
No, neither am I.
Like at all, I'm not surprised that this one is a difficult one, just because they are, like I said, they're like top tier wrestlers. Who wins, the American Badass or the Texas Rattlesnake? Tune in next week. No, wait, I'm joking.
Good night, guys.
But do tune in next week, please.
Yeah, it's gonna be Action Stars next week.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm actually surprised you left most of what I originally gave you alone. Most.
Yeah, like I said, there was only a couple that I changed. But the picks that I changed was because it was like, you know, the level of action stardom.
Yeah. Well, I went originally. I did it according to grossing films, action star films.
Mm-hmm.
But some of them were just not the greatest actors, even though they had really high grossing films.
Yeah.
Because my whole thing was more recognizability, like who were the most recognizable people. Let's see if anybody voted here.
Nothing yet.
No, nobody voted.
Jenny got nothing to say?
Let's go back over these numbers real quick here.
Oh boy. Okay, here we go. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 alone in chat for Undertaker.
Okay.
And then we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 for Stone Cold in chat. And then Jenny also says wrestling is fake.
That's not the point, Jenny.
And my apparently fuzzy niece says meow Undertaker.
Meow
I don't
Undertaker.
think that's meow Undertaker. I don't think that's how it works. Yeah, Rob, where's all my nieces? I've got 3 alone from you.
But do they care about wrestling?
I think they do. All right. Let's see. Well, Stone Cold with 7 in the chat alone, without our votes.
Okay, and then with our vote, so I said Stone Cold. You said Stone Cold. Who did you have?
Undertaker.
Undertaker. So, I mean, I'm pretty sure that means
Stone Cold.
Stone Cold
Steve
won.
Austin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So next one is. Okay, I'll be the heel. I'm turning. No, James. Votes closed.
I don't even think it matters because he won by like 2 votes, right?
Yeah, by 2. Yeah.
So be the heel. It doesn't matter.
Rock versus Foley.
Oh God. You know why that's hard? Is because they were a tag team at one point.
So if they were to ever turn on each other, what would it look like?
Oh, The Rock won.
James wants this stream to end with Jackie coming in and hitting you with a steel chair.
That might actually happen. I think that would be therapeutic for Jackie to just like walk in and hit me with a steel chair.
Rock and Sock Express.
Yeah, Rock and Sock Express.
And then like you get up and lift her over your head.
Are you saying you want me to body slam my wife?
I mean, we'd probably get a lot of views. I bet she could take you on. Definitely.
Think she could take me on?
Yeah.
Probably.
If I were to have to, like, you know, if I were betting.
You know what's funny is pretty much every morning is just me and Jackie waking up, looking at each other and go, I will fight you. Oh, speaking of my wife, Jackie! Oh, you're my fiance. We don't have. We have Dr. Pepper, and we have it's in the pantry. Right behind where the rice is. Jackie, I need you to do a tiebreaker. The Rock or The Undertaker for best 90s wrestler.
No. Rock and Foley right now.
Rock and
I don't think she knows who Mick Foley is. Okay, then The Rock first. Oh shit! See, look at that. She just schooled the fuck out of me right now. Mick Foley versus The Rock. Foley. So Jackie says Mick Foley. I'm an idiot because she just proved her knowledge on me.
Uh-oh.
And that made her laugh. No, yeah. So she says Mick Foley.
What did she school you in?
That she actually knows the characters. I said, I don't think she knows who this is. She goes, I don't know who Mick Foley is. You think I don't know who Cactus Jack is? I'm like, holy crap. Okay.
And that's why she's going to be Mrs. Distance Learning. So.
Exactly. Well, she's a closet nerd. She will never admit that she's an actual nerd.
Good for you, Jackie. Don't let him know. Chat's leaning Rock.
I mean, I already said I lean when The Rock Johnson.
What about you, Squint?
Rock.
I mean, he's just pretty.
Not just pretty, he's one of the best wrestlers to ever play the game.
Keep holding on, keep holding on.
Count accurately. I do count accurately. Thank you very much. Who's hosting here? Let's see. We go. I'm guessing Foley is Mankind. All right. So.
Yeah.
So we have. One, 2, 3, 4. Chat quit working. All right. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 for Rock. Hence, this is why Jackie's going to hit Phil with a chair. Everybody wants her to hit you with a chair.
Thanks, guys. I love all you guys too.
Let's see. So 6 for Rock. And then we go 1 Mankind, 2 Mankind, 3 Mankind, 6 for Rock, and 3 for Foley.
So 6 for The Rock, 3 for McFoley.
Yeah.
I went The Rock.
So 7 Rock, 8 Rock. What about you, Squints?
I said Rock.
All right, 9 Rock. We're going to go Rock. So, for the win, it's going to be Stone Cold versus Rock.
That's the one you wanted to do in the first round. God, that's a hard one.
We should have just gotten it over with.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, that wouldn't have gone well first round.
I'm digging this hard style, by the way. Love it.
Wait, Rob, are you voting for Rock or are you voting for Stone Cold? So we have 1 for Rock, 2 for Stone Cold. Okay, Stone Cold.
Stone Cold won?
So 3 for Stone Cold, 1 for Rock so far. Snap into a Slim Jim.
That would be the wrong the wrong character there. Snap into a Slim Jim.
Oh yeah!
Oh my God.
Yes, I have that on.
Oh yeah!
It's literally him snapping into a Slim Jim.
Oh yeah!
I'm a little depressed to say that I kind of realize that you probably have that. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah!
You know what was funny was he always reminded me when he did that of the Kool-Aid Man.
Oh yeah!
Rob says he met him in Sacramento. Did you? Did you like him?
Well, by then he was a drug addict maniac, so.
But wasn't that kind of part of the character too? Or is it just
That dude was constantly on cocaine. That's the only
maybe
way you can justify his actions in the way that he acted as a character.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, I only see 1 for Rock. Well, technically 2 because I'm voting Rock.
There's only what?
In chat, only one person voted for The Rock.
Stone Cold Steve Austin is about to take all of the 90s. I'm both impressed and I don't know how I feel about this.
3 for Rock. 4 for Rock. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 4. 4 for Rock. One, 2, 3, 4, 4. So 4, 4. Oh, Rock takes it by 1. What do you think, Phil? In chat, Rock's taking it by 1.
The Rock is taking it by 1. I really have to think of who was the bigger influence as a wrestler to me.
I recognize The Rock as a wrestler, as a non-wrestling fan, more than I do Stone Cold. Like, if you showed me their pictures face to face.
As I say, we got about 15 minutes left. I'm not going to open up the next bag, which means those last 2 bags I'm going to save for next week, which works out perfectly for me because I almost had to go and buy another kit to bridge between next week and our November build. So it works out perfectly. And leave this as it is right now. And we're going to continue this bracket and have a little bit of fun and whatnot. I'm going to change the face.
Oh, yeah. We've only got 1 more week of October for our shows.
Exactly. Yep. Which means next week I finish Batman's head and we get into the Ecto 1.
Nice.
You guys aren't ready for Ecto 1. 2,700 pieces. That thing is humongous.
It's no Titanic though.
Oh my God, the Titanic is just under 10,000 pieces. Yeah, it says Stone Cold.
Are you going Stone Cold?
Again, it's hard for me because like those were the 2 dudes that I tuned in for on a weekly basis. Right? It was I wanted to see what The Rock was gonna say. I wanted to see Stone Cold just beat somebody down.
Mm-hmm.
Because Steve Austin and like that Stone Cold Stunner and just getting in everybody's face and flipping everybody off.
Yeah.
Drinking beer. Oh hell yeah. It was great. I had so much fun.
But I'm just thinking recognizability. Like as a non-fan, like I'm still.
The Rock went and became an actor after, so it's kind of like he got involved in Hollywood.
But aren't they actors anyway?
Kind of.
Yeah.
Like he became like a Hollywood actor, and like Steve Austin, he was in a couple of movies, but he didn't like really continue doing it. He like his biggest thing was The Longest Yard.
Mm-hmm.
And The Longest Yard, I mean, his character in The Longest Yard was hilarious because he was like the racist white dude. But there's the scene when the big dude, Switowski,
Mm-hmm.
when he hits him on the field, he goes, I think I made him shit himself. And there's like a whole thing of, I think he shit himself. I think he made him shit himself, right? And then he goes, I did make him shit himself. And I'm like, that is the funniest scene.
Well, Squints, where are you going?
Pinky out. When in doubt, pinky out.
I'm the same as Phil.
It's hard. It really is a really hard decision because,
Yeah.
like I said, like these are the two. It's like picking your favorite child on this one, right?
Someday when you have children, I'm going to be like, which one's your favorite?
And I'm gonna say my first one. You see, Rob did Austin 316 says, "I just whooped your ass."
I'm gonna go Rock.
God. Hold on, I'll be back.
I've never seen him with so much pain in all my life.
I'm going to ask Jackie. I'll be back. Jackie, we are on the worst.
It all comes down to Jackie.
Right.
All right.
Okay, and the final vote is
Jackie goes Stone Cold.
Oh,
Someone brings up wrestling.
yeah.
Yeah, that's true. When you think wrestling, most people automatically think Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Now, but I mean, for me, because I'm a wrestling fan, like I do think of Stone Cold Steve Austin.
mhm. Yeah, no, I get that.
You know, like the whole thing is not only that Stone Cold Steve Austin has his own beer, Broken Skull, which is actually a really good IPA. Stone Cold Steve Austin has like 2 different TV shows. One of them is on I think A&E, and it's like basically him taking other wrestlers out and like doing crazy stuff, like on ATV riding and hunting and stuff. Yeah, it's funny actually if you watch it because he's such a good old boy, but at the same time he's not. If you see the stuff that he says on Twitter, like he's straight up like you'll see people say like all kinds of racist stuff all over Twitter, and he will shut them down.
Put them in their place.
Coming from like a country boy, like shut them
Yeah.
down.
Oh, I didn't even see Julie. Let me see.
Did Julie say The Rock?
Yeah. And then let's see.
Stone Cold does have a podcast, and it is a really good podcast, Broken Skull Sessions, and he interviews like wrestlers and celebrities and stuff, and just talks about like their experiences in wrestling and kind of like it's cool. It's true.
Oh.
And James is right. He is arguably the biggest actor of in this era.
So in the chat, because James voted after and I didn't see Julie's vote, Rock came out to 7, Stone Cold came out to 5, just in the chat without us. Jackie votes Stone Cold, right?
Yeah, Jackie voted Stone Cold. James, Stone Cold does have his own TV show, and he does have a brand named after him. It's called Broken Skull.
Be strong, James. Be strong.
No, I know, but I'm countering what he's saying right there. It's like those aren't exactly the best arguments because Stone Cold does have those things. Now, if we're talking name recognition, yeah, Dwayne The Rock Johnson does have more recognition at this point, but that's also has more to do in the 2000s because we're talking 90s, right? So, oh, you're right. You're right. He does have an entire wrestling show that still exists to this day, named after his move.
Rock?
The Rock. WWE Friday Night SmackDown.
Mm-hmm.
That's named after The Rock's like one of his catchphrases.
Oh.
Yeah.
The Rock layeth the SmackDown. and I will lay the smack down on your candy ass. Oh, I forgot. I might have to have Jackie come in here and do her impression.
Yes, please.
Let me go ask her. Just because we're killing time anyways.
Yeah, I was gonna say Rock is winning.
All right, Jackie, mom called you out.
All right, everybody.
Yeah.
While he gets her, what are you guys nerding out on?
So that's a no-go.
That's a no-go. That's a negative. She said she's not going to do it.
I think of The Rock when I think of wrestling. I also think other things when I think of The Rock, but when I think of The Rock, I think of wrestling.
Where my mind goes, because I'm in the gutter, where my mind goes is I really do think of them as wrestlers. The Rock was definitely good on the mic. He was definitely a good worker in the ring, but Stone Cold probably has more in-ring memories than The Rock does. Because you have the beer truck incident, you have when Stone Cold literally got his face burst open and he kept wrestling. Like he actually really did get cut open and there's blood everywhere. And there's a famous picture of him with his hand out going like, like having his hand up and his face is just covered in blood. Again, the antics and the things that he did, to people in general, and just his character was just kind of like, the he was the original anti-hero.
Yeah.
People loved him for who he was, but he really just did his own thing. And if you look at his origin story, it was all he was almost the same kind of trajectory that CM Punk had, because was very much a, he didn't get along with Vince McMahon, and he felt that he was neglected and he wasn't taken care of, and so he took that out in his character, and it translated well. And then of course him and Vince ended up becoming good friends. But I mean, like, it's just as far as like wrestling goes, and I think of like who is the wrestler that when I think of both The Rock and Stone Cold Steve Austin, I think about kind of the ringmaster.
With all the votes, including Jackie's vote, Stone Cold comes up to 7 and Rock comes out to 8.
So if I say Stone Cold Steve Austin right now, it ties it up.
No, including your vote. I did 2 for Stone Cold. Originally he was at 5.
So even if I vote for Stone Cold, it doesn't matter. Dwayne Johnson wins. What's funny is Dwayne Johnson is a 2000s action star. And if he wins this bracket, he's going to go up against a 90s action star. That's pretty funny.
He is pretty 90s, though.
Who, The Rock?
Yeah.
Oh, no. His wrestling career was pure 90s. He started in 1995. 94, I think, actually.
But he was still doing like a acting, wrestling side by side for a little while.
He didn't start acting until the early 2000s.
Okay, now I'm checking IMDb.
Because he had a couple of movies in the 90s, but he didn't really start like acting until like the early 2000s. His first major role was it's the one with Sean William Scott. What was that movie called?
Oh,
It was that one and Walking
yeah.
Tall. Those were like his two breakout movies.
He's got 91 movies under his belt.
Yeah, he's done a crap ton of movies.
Jeez, I didn't realize it was that many.
Scorpion King was his first movie, James. Not that. That's not the one where he started becoming like like consistently acting. Scorpion King is the one that gave him the bug.
Yeah.
No, not Jungle Cruise. The one with Sean William Scott, but it was like
he was appearing on things like That 70s Show in 1999, The Net in 1999.
But
he
see,
was doing
like small acting gigs. Like his first like movie was Scorpion King. The Tooth Fairy.
He appeared on Star Trek Voyager for one episode in 2000, and then The Mummy in 2001.
Yeah, so 2001 is when his like actual acting career, because before he was doing guest spots as like a wrestler on That 70s Show, like he's playing like Peter Maivia and stuff like that, right? Like the acting that he was doing was more like doing small like bit roles.
Yeah,
Scorpion King was the first time he actually played a character. That wasn't like something based on him. It's like, oh yeah, it's The Rock, right? Like it was him playing a character, and Scorpion King was the first of that. Like I said, it wasn't until again that movie with Sean William Scott, which I'm forgetting the name of, and then Walking Tall. Those were the two movies where he actually like was consistently starting to act, and he was becoming an action star. Tooth Fairy was like mid-career.
Well, do you want to override the votes? How do you want to deal with this? This is Stone Cold 7, Rock 8.
No, I'm not going to override anything. If The Rock won, The Rock won.
Okay.
Again, I'm not upset with that.
Me neither. I kind of expected it.
That's what it was, Tyler, the rundown.
Yeah.
He was in Moana.
The rundown is the one he did with Sean William Scott, and I always think of the scene at the end of that movie when he cuts open this fruit, right? And he gives him he's like, it's called a calabos. It's this really good fruit, and Sean William Scott starts eating it, and he's like, oh, this is really good. And then all of a sudden he drops on the ground. He goes, oh, what I forgot to tell you is that calabos has a very powerful paralytic in it. It's okay, you'll be all right. It just paralyzes you for a couple of hours. Because he was a bounty hunter and he was like hunting Sean William Scott. And basically like they get into this like really big brawl in Brazil because he's trying to get them from like a Brazilian like cartel. And at the end, he kind of like helps him, like get out of the deal and whatnot. But originally, his Sean William Scott's father paid The Rock to like hunt him down and bring him home. Because Sean William Scott is like a mob boss's son or something like that. Right, so he pays him to do this, and he gives him this Brazilian fruit as like a celebration. Like, hey, we're friends now. Here's the fruit. He goes, yeah, no, I had a job to do. So, but then like in the end, he like because I guess The Rock wanted to be a chef, right? Like his whole thing was like, I'm a bounty hunter and an assassin, but I want to be a chef. And so Sean William Scott like cooks with the fruit. And he's like, yeah, it's really good. And then like The Rock eats it and he goes, oh, this is really good. What is this? He goes, calabos. He goes, calabos? Okay, cool. And then just like drops down, and they're both like paralyzed, and they're like laying on the ground, like just arguing with each other. Can't move. It's funny.
Now I'm gonna go watch that. I'm sure I've seen it years ago. I just don't remember it.
Yeah, I don't remember it either.
I said the rundown. And this is like Sean William Scott, like post American Pie.
Okay.
Oh yeah. James wants to know when last time you
watched it. I actually watched it today, but I usually run that in the dishwasher as soon as I'm done with it. So yes, I clean it, James. Do not take Emmett's name in vain. All right.
He sounds like such a dad sometimes, doesn't he?
Yeah, he really does. Emmett will come after you, James. All right. Do not speak ill things about Emmett. Okay. Emmett is a king. I'm holding him by the eyes, aren't I? Emmett is king.
Yeah.
Gouging out his eyes.
Well, guys, we've had a whole bunch of fun. I hope everybody else had a whole bunch of fun. But it is our time. So just bring it. Right?
You know Kung Fu?
It's also the Rock's cash line. But yes, guys, Squints, where can everybody find you?
You can find me on Instagram at Cuts and Chaos Pod, and that will be coming soon. I am working on editing the first few episodes right now.
There we go. I'm excited for that. Phoenix, pluggables, let's go.
Facebook, Phoenix, obviously, Phoenix Arif, and on Instagram as Phoenix06, I think.
There we go. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, you can find us at Distance Nerding everywhere that exists. Whatever social media you use, we're at Distance Nerding. Of course, you can go to distancenerding.com. You can go to our link tree, that is linktr.ee/distance nerding. And you can buy us tacos, because why the hell not? Right? Ladies and gentlemen, I love you all. And of course, for next week, same bat time, same bat channel, distancenerding.com, social media Distance Nerding. It's dance party time, isn't it? Guys, if you do not have toys to dance with, I'm going to murder you after the show. So let's do this.
Don't.
And let's start with oh. Yes.
Distance nerding.
I lost my hair.